Hello everyone, welcome to my video presentations on gamification in enhancing mathematics achievements in primary school students. My name is CHOW YONG QUAN, and this video presentation is part of the research method in education course, guided by Dr. Zaidatun. And now, I will discuss how gamifications can be transformative tool in primary education, particularly in mathematics, to enhance both engagement and academic performance. Gamification, a strategy that incorporates game-like elements such as points, badges, and leaderboards, is increasingly recognized as an innovative approach to education. In this study, we focus on primary school mathematics, a subject that many students find challenging. The purpose of this research is to examine how gamifications impact mathematics achievements among primary school students. We also explore how demographic factors such as gender and race influence its effectiveness by utilizing a quantitative methodology with pre- and post-test the study and to provide insight that educators and policymakers can use to design inclusive and effective teaching strategies. Let's explore how gamifications can reshape the educational experience for young learners. Let's begin with an introduction to the concept of gamifications. Gamifications refers to the applications of game mechanics like points, challenges, and rewards to non-game contexts such as education. Its goal to boost engagement, motivations, and performance. What is the relevance to mathematics? Mathematics is often perceived as a difficult and abstract subject, leading to low students' engagement, but turning lessons into interactive and rewarding experience. Gamifications can make abstract concepts more relatable and enjoyable. For example, students might earn badges for solving problems completed on leaderboards for completing tasks accurately and quickly. Moreover, gamifications isn't just about making learning fun. It also addresses critical disparities in education by tailoring strategies to the diverse needs of the students. Now, let's discuss the challenges that motivate this research. Mathematics is a fundamental subject, but it's also one of the most challenging for students. Traditional teaching methods often fail to capture attention to all the learners, resulting in disengagement and poor academic performance. Although gamification has shown potential to enhance motivation and engagement, significant gaps remain. For instance, how do boys and girls respond differently to gamified environments? What a role does race play in shaping student interactions with gamification? Most existing research has been conducted in resource school leaving questions about how gamifications can be adapted to diverse and low resource settings. The study aims to fill these gaps by investigating how gamifications impact mathematics achievements, focusing on gender and race. And this my research objective. Number one, to investigate whether there are differences in mathematics achievements based on gender when gamification is applied. And number two is to examine the variations in mathematics achievements across different racial groups. And number three, to evaluate the overall effectiveness of gamifications in enhancing mathematics achievements. These objectives are not only theoretical but also practical. By understanding these dynamics, we can better design gamified learning experiences that are inclusive and effective for all students. And now these are my research questions. And number 1, does gender influence mathematics achievements when gamification is applied? And number 2, does race play a role in shaping the impact of gamification on mathematics achievements? And number 3 is, what is the overall effects of gamification on mathematics achievements among primary school students? These questions help us structure our study and ensure that we address the critical aspect of gamification effectiveness. And let's turn to existing research on gamifications. Study has consistently shown that gamification improves student engagement. For instance, Hamari found that gamified learning environments encourage active participation. Similarly, Bai report that digital rewards boost students' motivation and persistence. However, the impact of academic performance is always straightforward. Majorities observe that while some students excel with gamification, others show minimal improvement. These variations often depend on factors like gender and cultural background. Despite these findings, there's limited research on how gamifications work in the diverse setting its long-term impact on learning outcomes. The students aim to address the gaps by focusing by primary school mathematics in a multicultural environment. Our study is grounded in 3 influential theories, and the number 1 is self-determination theory. This theory emphasizes that motivation is driven by autonomy, competence, and readiness. Gamification supports these needs by offering choice, career goals, and social interactions. And number 2 is contrast with learning theories. This theory posits that learners actively construct knowledge through experience. Gamified lessons encourage active engagement with mathematical concepts. And the number 3 is the flow theory. This theory describes a state of deep focus and enjoyment in tasks that balance challenge and skills. Gamified environments with progressively challenging tasks help maintain this flow. This theory provides the robust framework for understanding how gamification can enhance learning. The concept frameworks of the study translate the theoretical insight into the measurable construct. And the number 1 is independent variables. Is include the gamifications, just like the points, badges, leaderboards, and challenges. And the number 2 is the dependence variables. It includes the student engagements and mathematical achievements. And the number 3 is the modeling variables. It includes the gender and race. This framework allows us to systematically explore how gamification influences outcomes and how these outcomes varies across different groups. Our methodology employs a quantitative approach. We use 2 specific research designs, and the number 1 is the comparative designs. This examines difference in mathematics achievements based on gender and race. And the number 2 is quasi-experimental design. This evaluates the overall impact of the gamifications using a pre-test and post-test approach. The inclusion includes the mathematics achievement test tailored to the Year 1's curriculum and a demographic survey to gather information on gender and race. This method ensures a rigorous and systematic investigation. The study involves Year 1 students X7 from a Chinese primary school in Guangzhou to address our objective. The number one is stratify sampling, ensure representations of boys, girls, and various racial groups. And number two is the cluster sampling is used for the gamifications interventions focusing on naturally formed classroom groups. This sampling strategy enhances both the representativeness and feasibility of the study. And the research unfolds in three phases. The number one is preparation phase. We have to develop and pilot tests on the mathematics achievement test. And number two, we have to train teachers on implementing gamification strategies, such as using badges and leaderboards. And in the implementation phase, we have to administer a pre-test to establish baseline performance. And we have to conduct gamify lessons over 4 weeks, integrating challenge and rewards into the curriculum. And the number three is data collection phase. We had to conduct a post-test to measure change in performance. We also have to correct demographics data for subgroup analysis. Data analysis is conducted by using SPSS. The descriptive statistic, we have to provide an overview of test goals and engagement levels. And in the inferential statistics, it's in group independent sample t-tests for the gender-based comparisons, one-way ANOVA for racial group difference, and pair sample t-tests to assess pre- and post-test difference. These methods ensure robust and reliable insights. Ethical considerations are integral to the study. We have to obtain informed consent from parents or guardians, and we have to maintain participant confidentiality by anonymizing data, and we have to use correct data solely for research purpose. This measure uphold the ethical standard of education research. We anticipate that gamification will enhance students' engagement and improve mathematics achievement. Gender and race will moderate for effectiveness of gamifications, revealing patterns that can inform inclusive educational practice. These findings will contribute to the growing body of the knowledge on gamification and its practical applications. In conclusions, gamification addresses key challenges in mathematics education by making learning interactive and engaging. It not only enhances academic outcomes but also fosters equity in diverse classrooms. By integrating game elements, educators can create inclusive and effective learning environments that cater to the needs of all students. Thank you for joining my presentation. Thank you.